Right, welcome back. I'm a little bit overwhelmed at the moment because I don't know what the fuck is happening. I can't believe that I've got this many boys coming to train. We're doing the team meet. They're all going to separate and train together, and I'm going to take Ruben through a leg session with Pierce. If it seems like I'm a little bit fucking, I don't know, hyped up, it's because I am. Like, I've been looking forward to this for so fucking long, and obviously being this deep in prep at the moment and like having so low energy, I've needed this. Like, I've been looking forward to seeing these boys more than they probably know. So we'll go around, I'll speak to a couple of the boys, and then we've got the food this evening. We're going for sushi. Unfortunately, I will not be eating, and there's a few of the prep boys that won't be eating either. But all the other boys can laugh at us as they fill the boots at Suki, and that is it. I think we're ready to go. Let's do this. Right, okay, boys, are we ready? Are we doing this? Where's Ruben? Ruben, you with me, yeah? He might ask you a couple of questions as well. Like, don't freeze up or anything. Like, it's not necessarily gonna go on the YouTube. Like, if it, look at him, he fucking loves it. He's like, bring it on. If it comes out good, it comes out good, and we'll put it on the YouTube. If it doesn't, if you don't feel comfortable, we'll fuck it off, don't worry about it. But, yeah. He's probably going to ask you what all you lot think of me, but please don't say I'm a cunt. I knew it straight away. Last couple of weeks, I've been trying to keep it on the low because I don't like spreading that negative shit, but like basically my hamstrings and glutes, they've just not been playing ball, and seamlessly just getting leaner and leaner up top. And obviously, you know, to bring that real condition, glutes and hammies, I want them dug out hammies, I want to see those walnut glutes, and eventually today I've done my check-in, sent them over to Nathan. He's not seen them yet, but the hamstrings have come in and the glutes are starting to box off, and you can start seeing the striations. So yeah, I'm on a bit of a high at the moment, alongside obviously all of this as well. So good shit, it's good shit. I'm happy. I'm a happy man today. You know, I want to talk a little bit more about Pierce, because I feel like he doesn't talk enough, and I don't talk about him enough. But like, it's been interesting training with him and learning more about him. And he trains so much better when he's listening to music. Like, I'm a bit of both. I like to put my headphones on and stuff like that, but even little intricacies like him putting his headphones on to do his sets and like giving him those taps, like you'll have watched me then just going two, going again, one more, and it's like, even me knowing I'm there and shouting at him, even though he can't hear me, he knows my energy, and it really does go a long way. Like, your intent with your training partner, it means so much, and he knows that, like he feels that, even though he's got his headphones in. So like, learning about each other when you're training, especially when you're this passionate about it, learning about each other is massive. It's so important. It's like fucking 32 reps. Yeah, we'll have another 3. Right, 4. Let's have 4, just bang them out. Another one, it kept on going. I looked up with the camera and I was like, is he gonna fucking stop or what? Like, obviously, as you'll have seen there, I bailed on that last rep. But I was so happy with that set, genuinely. I woke up this morning and I've had a kilo drop overnight. Instinctively, I knew I was going to take a loss on either weight or reps. But just keep everything immaculate, and for the sake of not causing injury, having known how good that set was, I could feel it, it felt amazing. It was just not worth it trying to grind out a rep which, in the grand scheme of things, was going to achieve very little at the risk of potentially causing a prep-ending injury. And I think this is where just being intelligent with your training and the choices you make, which, by the way, is a skill. It can be quite difficult when you're in the moment and it means so much to you to not make those decisions, or make the right decisions at least. I wanted to get this guy on screen because he doesn't speak enough, but over the last couple of weeks, he's hating this, but it needs to happen. Last couple of weeks, my leg training's changed quite a lot, and it's massively down to pace. And he probably won't even want to say a word here. He won't elaborate on it. I know what he's like. He doesn't like to talk on camera, but what I've found with my leg development over the last couple of months training with pace has been absolutely insane. And how he's, do you know that whole, when you think you know it all, you're going to be failing. You're never going to be able to improve on yourself. And I've always gone into this with pace, looking at his legs. I mean, success leaves clues. I love that saying. You only need to look at his legs. And I've been listening to what he's been saying. I've been listening to how he's been teaching me how to train, especially with the legs, and it's brought him on so much more. Another thing to touch on as well with the style of training that he has is the localized fatigue that I get on my legs as opposed to the systemic fatigue. It allows me to absolutely rinse my quads and then not feel absolutely fucked after the sessions. Like how recently me and you have been training, like obviously in the session we're dead, aren't we?
Yeah, but no knee pain.
But no knee, load has been reduced, no knee pain. Like physically, a few months ago before training with pace, I'd come in, I'd put 6 plates on that Cybex, I'd smash it, my quads were battered, but I was done for the day. I was useless. Knees were fucked, and it was like in myself I was dead. Now we started changing how we train, or how I'm training, and I can come away from these leg sessions and still function. I can still do my check-ins, I can still work, and honestly, it's massively down to this guy. So props. I felt like I needed to give him credit for that.
Accuracy is king.
Accuracy is king. Take that. That I was me, and you were like, oh no, and then it stopped, doesn't it? And you're like,
I just need to survive the essential because you've got the content.
Yeah, mate, it does.
I realised you weren't, it was like,
you get to that point where you think you're like not even pushing anymore, don't you? And you're like, hey, this isn't even me. And then when you realise and stop.
You go for like 4 seconds where it hasn't really moved, and then suddenly it starts moving again. You're like, it's there, but it's going to take like 18 seconds to get.
You're learning. This is like levelling up. This shit's levelling up. It'd be a good idea based on obviously the cues that I'd given Ruben just for this set, and obviously how he's previously been performing his leg press sets, and just sort of get him to elaborate on how that felt in comparison to how he's previously trained. Obviously we've only done this once, like the cues, it's a case of practicing these things, but I think it'd be nice to hear from him. Like, I don't mean to put you on the spot or put any pressure on you, and by all means, you know, if there's certain things that you want to elaborate on to me, then by all means, but it'd be nice to hear your thoughts on what you thought to that set and how it was different to how you normally train. And
yeah, I think we talked about it earlier on that walk where intensity is always going to be important.
Definitely.
But we want to separate the idea that intensity means load. If you can make something harder for yourself without having to add load and distribute that load better onto the muscle that you're trying to target
muscles,
you're going to get so much more out of it.
100%, mate.
You could feel the muscle that you're trying to target fatiguing to the point where its output goes to zero. Where I could have pushed a few more reps out, but realistically my quads were not
What are
getting
your
any more
quads actually
stimulus.
achieving from that when it, yeah, exactly, mate.
And you could feel that shift on that last rep when I was pushing it and the weight just stopped moving, my quads shut out, didn't have any more output. I could feel it shift to my glutes trying to take over. I could feel it in my calves, but there just wasn't any more effort coming out of my quads.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I mean, yeah, I couldn't have put that any more perfectly myself. Whatever comes of it, I know I'll be able to look back on it and you know, love it. That's it, mate, that's it. He said something actually a little while ago and he went, you know, if anything else, well, I'll be able to look back on all of these videos in like 5, 10, 20, 30 years time and like remember these moments and these times with people. It'd be amazing, do you know what I mean? Amazing memories, so really exciting, yeah, like physically exhausted, mentally, absolutely like over the moon. This is a quarter. There's 14, 15 of us and there's another fucking, quick math, 35, do you know what I mean, that haven't turned up. So, all over, even like yourself, like, do you know what I mean, from another country, mint. What are the plans for the next 18? Let's go. What are the plans for the next 18 months?
Okay, so we have my first set of competitions. I'm 8 weeks out from the first one now, so the first one is on the 24th of September. We're doing PCA and FitX, going into those for junior bodybuilding, hoping to get through to the finals for a total of 4 shows.
Yeah.
And then moving straight into an off season. So we're planning for shows around the start of 2025 or mid 2025. With, I think, effectively a mini prep in the middle.
So, I think one thing I wanted to touch on, obviously, I wanted to share Tom's plans and what we're aiming to do and achieve over the next 18 months. But I think as a coach as well, it's so important, or having that relationship with your client as well, so important to map out what it is that you're trying to do. Like that can always change. Like it can be quite fluid, but having something tangible to work towards over a set period of time, I think is really important. It's important for me so that I know how to map that out, but it's also important for Tom so he's got a clear vision and goal towards what he's working, well, yeah, to see what he's working towards. Another thing which I'll let you elaborate on was a conversation we had about your goals over the next 5 years.
Yeah, so I think the aim at the moment is pro card. And I think we said about 5 years is what we're aiming for. Inside of the next 5 years, I'd like a pro card. So I'm 23 now, so by the time I'm 28, which gives us plenty of time to do everything we need.
Yeah.
I'm currently a university student, so managing that alongside competing at the moment. But I've got 2 years left of that course. And hopefully after that, we can really set our sights on a pro card.
Drop the hammer.
And,
I think what I wanted to touch on as well is that having known Tom for the length of time that I have, we were speaking in comms before we actually started working together. And this doesn't apply to all clients and coaches, and I think like it's important to remember this as well, is that as I've got to know Tom better and where he's at with this and his goals, and I've learned what it is that he's wanting from this, and the way that we communicate about his goals, it's not a case of if, is it?
No.
Like, you know what I mean? Like when we talk, it's a when, it's not an if. And I think it's important to adjust and adapt accordingly with each individual about their goals as to how they're going to go about achieving them, and how you treat that with them as well. Like I said, with me and you, it's you know, I know how important this shit is to you, and we treat it as if it's when it happens, not an if it happens.
And I think that's been my mentality from the start. As I said, I'm competing and we're going down this road, and if I set my goals towards something, I'm going to achieve it. And obviously having a time frame on it, and it's like you said earlier about planning forward to the future. For me, it's important because I have end goals, and it also allows me to kind of see things from that third perspective. Yes, this is my first time competing and I want to do well, but also it's a learning experience moving forward. How I place doesn't matter this year. We're ticking off the boxes, we're learning the lessons we need to learn moving forward so that we can apply it to future preps, so that we can use the knowledge about this experience and how I react to prep and what works for me to best suit us moving forward.
Definitely. Yeah, today's been pretty surreal. Having all the boys join me for this session today. I think, obviously I've been very nervous about bringing everyone together and like this environment, but the way it's panned out, like the energy that all the boys have brought has been incredible. Incredibly proud of everyone today and watching them just do exactly what I wanted them to do, converse with each other the way that they've conversed with each other and just bringing together an amazing group of people and being a part of that as well. So I guess without directly saying it to them now, thank you to them, but yeah, I'm totally fucked right now and I can't even think what else to say, but yeah, well, I guess we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, today's been class, to be fair. Good to meet the lads in the WhatsApp group and meet the faces and have a good training session, so it's been really good. Loved it.
A bit gutted I couldn't train today, but it's nice to come down and see some new faces, chat to all the lads, put some of them through it.
And I just want to thank Max for organising today. It's been nice to meet a lot of the lads. A lot of us haven't met before, so it's been absolutely sound to kind of get together and kind of share knowledge with like-minded people and just have a good laugh down here.
Yeah, really nice to meet people. Obviously, seeing people in person, it's a lot nicer.
I think where we are a community of people from so far and wide, bringing everyone together after we've made friends in that community space. You're used to seeing everyone's pictures on a WhatsApp and you have the communication and banter there, but seeing everyone in person, it's a great experience when a community like this comes together.
Great experience. Max is even bigger in person than he looks on Insta, and the boys are all great, really great.
Max, he bullied me on the leg press, and then he said I'm not allowed to have sushi. So while everyone else is having sushi, I will have a grenade bar and 2 bagels. And I couldn't fit real peanut butter in.
We're in it together, mate. We're in it together.
I couldn't fit real peanut butter, so he's giving me peanut butter powder to make some paste with.
I just need to eat. I need food.
He needs food.
Yeah, today I've never probably trained so hard in about a year, but it's great. Like Max has created this community of people of all shapes and sizes. But it's fucking fantastic, and we're going to fucking eat tonight. We will eat tonight.
Turn away, I won't.
Yeah, no, it was an unreal day. Good session. Just good to get in with Max and obviously just spend some time with him and get some face-to-face time. It's quality time with your coach and stuff. I think it's really important that not a lot of people are really offering. So yeah, it was a sick day.
Tell you what, I'm ruined. Put through my paces with Zhao and Tom. It's an incredible gym and sick company. I'm just hungry now, looking forward to food.
Max is a coach. He's honestly a hero, mate. He's turned into dreams that we came to him with into reality, and he managed to get us to progress inside the gym, outside the gym. I told him the other day, he does way more than just adjust our macros, throw cardio at us, tell us what we're training. He does more than our check-in sheet show, and I'm sure everybody appreciates him more than we'll be able to show him.
Right, Max, you're a fucking legend. I love you. Don't change, mate.
Max is a good lad. He's a normal lad as well.
Right, answers only.
He's not just a bit of a cunt. He's a good lad.
You have to press it down. Lanky cunt.
Well, I flew over from Belfast this morning to meet him. Went up from 4:30, so he's had a big impact on me the last 2 months. So good guy, bit of a cunt.
Max has made me question my own natty status, so I think he's done the job right there. I think he's done the job.
Max is a coach. He's a guy who really cares about his clients and he puts his clients first. He's a brilliant coach. He has all the knowledge that you need as a coach to succeed. But I think the real thing that separates him is his passion. He really does care about his clients and just making sure that they do well both physically and mentally.
Yeah, for me, I think it's just like complete open communication 24/7. Like, can speak to him about anything, doesn't matter what it's related to, any struggles I'm having in and outside the gym, and like coaches you through literally anything. Is so understanding, and just a top guy.
Yeah, man, Max, he's just a big teddy bear. He's way more than a bodybuilding coach. He's helped me through a lot of life issues. That man is like a big brother. He honestly, he's so supportive. He's always there for you. He's just quality. He really is, honestly.